Twinkle, this is live on YouTube now.
Yes, but I cannot see it on YouTube. I mean, I can see still people are waiting and all. And why are not people still joining? Okay, it's live now. Hello, everybody. Uh, can anybody please respond if you can hear me? Like, if this is going live on YouTube now. Okay. Like, am I audible and visible? All right. Okay, so this is the first time we are doing it this way, like YouTube and Zoom together. So it might be a little chaotic. Okay. So please stay there and please ask everybody else to join also. Very few people are there. I guess until then, people can join on Zoom also. Okay. So we are basically going live on YouTube and on Zoom. So whichever platform you are comfortable in, you can join from there. And Riaz, could you please make that settings on that they will be muted when they join? Otherwise, people tend to forget to put their mic off.
Yeah, okay.
లైన్ లోనే ఉన్న వీడియోలోనే.
And I cannot mute today since you are the host. Please take that charge also. Yeah, I will be taking some more time so that until then people can join and then we can start off. Okay, until then, can some of you please chat, like say something in the chat box in Zoom if you have joined from Zoom so that I know the chat box is active over here. It's active, okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, Jyoti. Good evening, how are you? Nice. I'm good. Ria, I guess people are not muted when they join.
I have already changed those permissions. I don't know why they are.
No problem.
It's okay. I'll take care of that, okay?
Okay, fine. Okay. So today, do you all know the agenda of the session? Like what the session is about? Who is the hero of this session? Perfect. LinkedIn. Perfect. You know, until people take some time to join, I'll tell you a fun story. So, like when I was in my first year, or like even in class 11 and 12, I had basically no idea about what LinkedIn was. Okay. So I used to read this word called LinkedIn everywhere, but I never understood like how do people pronounce it. It was like linked, and then you had that one bar or I kind of a thing, and then N. So I used to feel it like, is it linked or what is it? Like, how do you even pronounce it? But then when yeah, we hadn't started, so I hadn't started recording, but it's fine. So that was when I came to know what actually LinkedIn was. Okay, so I guess 60 of you have joined. People who are there on YouTube also, if you want, if you have any queries or if you just want to respond, you can use the chat box there also. I'm keeping a note of that too. So it's fine. Okay. And people who are on Zoom, it's my request, please keep talking so that the session is not boring. Okay. And we don't doze off. Okay. Okay. Keep saying yes, yes, no, no, anything that you feel like. At any point, if you have it, see, today is basically an informal session. We are going to know about LinkedIn and the best practices and ways in which we can strengthen our LinkedIn profile. So if you have anything to ask, please don't hesitate. As long as you are maintaining the decorum, you are not saying anything offensive, please continue speaking. And please keep your mic off so that there is a little silence here around here and you are able to hear me and I'm also able to speak properly. Okay. All right. So shall we start now? Let me know. Around 60 people have joined. And also please try to join with the original name so that I will know like you people were there. Should we start now? Just let me know. Okay. I guess today also I do not have that option of polling, right? No, I don't. No worries. So, a very basic question, okay? How many of you have a LinkedIn account already? Like, I'm just asking you whether do you have a LinkedIn account? I'm not asking whether you maintain the account or you post something on LinkedIn, but do you have a account? Have an account, basically? Okay. So I see most of you have accounts. Right. Okay. So I do not see any negative response on this question. All affirmative responses. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. On YouTube also, all yes. All right. So basically, so what I see is everybody has a LinkedIn account. So you people know how LinkedIn looks like and things of that sort, right? So let me share my screen and let me talk to you about LinkedIn. I guess my screen is visible. Are you guys able to see the full screen? Like there is a violet color screen and a cartoon sort of a figure is there, right? Okay, great. Okay. Okay. So basically, this session is conducted by intern call. And this session's agenda is more about the profile building tactics and tricks or tips, whatever you say, about LinkedIn. Okay. So first of all, it's important that you know about me. So
Twinkle ji,
people who
Twinkle ji.
have- yes,
Can you just hold a second, please? Just
yeah,
hold
yeah,
a
sure.
second.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
students, this is Venkat sir from St. Joseph's. So I request everyone to mute first. And whenever you want to talk, you can unmute it because there's no one to restrict you to mute and unmute. So first unmute yourselves. If you have a doubt, you can mute and ask a question. So don't disturb others who are listening to the class. Sorry, Twinkle. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
That's fine, sir. Thank you. Glad that you joined also. Okay. So what we will do is we will be talking about LinkedIn, obviously. But first, let me talk about myself. Now, some of you who have done a session with me before, like our previous session was on GitHub. And before that, we had a web development course. But even then, for those of you who are new here, let me tell you. So I am Twinkle Chatterjee, and I am from Calcutta or Kolkata. I consider myself to be a tech enthusiast by profession, and by passion, I consider myself to be an innovator because I love doing new things so that I don't get bored in life. Okay. And if I have to talk about my professional life in a nutshell, basically, I have worked as a freelancer for more than 2 years now, developing the backend of 2 or more than 2, you can say, startups. And I have worked on Python, Django as a full stack developer using Node, Angular, etc. Also worked as a content writer. Then I'm also working in a MNC, which is a product-based company, US-based, Keysight Technologies, as an R&D software developer. Apart from that, this is a little co-curricular timeline of mine, where I am a little towards the research part, because many people, I guess most of you here, are not well aware of what research is, what IEEE is. Like, you people only know research is something that PhD people do. Okay? But it's not always that. Okay. So I have published 2 research papers and a journal, all at IIT Kharagpur. And talking about Kharagpur, I was invited to host at Springfest, IIT Kharagpur last year. And then about my technical achievements, I've won national hackathons. I've been a maintainer of Hacktoberfest. We were talking about GitHub last week. So that is what comes in open source coding. And I have been the founder of my college coding club, where I have mentored over 300 plus students. And then I've represented my school and college at national level, state level, won the best student under Government of West Bengal and all. So enough of this. Now we are good to go with LinkedIn. Just give me a thumbs up or just let me know if you can see this screen and you are ready for the session right now, because I cannot see any of your chats. Like, are we connected? Okay. The person who is on YouTube, I don't know what your name is, Harif F. If you don't have an account, it will barely take you 5 minutes to create an account, right? You can just sign up using Google. Just do that quickly while we are talking so that you are on track. Or even if you do not have an account, what you can do is you can simply hear or listen to whatever is going on. And it's basically, I see, I have divided the slides very methodically, so that even if you are watching it from your phone or you are sitting on your couch right now, everything will sink into your heads. Okay. So we'll keep the session as easy as possible. All right. So starting off, basically this entire session is divided into 6 major questions. Hi, Rahul. Okay. So this is the 6th question, and I will go in a reverse way. Like, this is the 6th question, then I'll have the 5th question, 4th, 3rd, 2nd one, and then over. Okay. So this is my first question, which is, why are you on LinkedIn? Okay. Just a second. What are you able to see now? Like, are you able to see a full screen, or are you able to see my Canvas screen? Just tell me once. Yeah, nice answers, but just Canva. Okay. A full screen as in what can you see? Can you see the violet color screen, or can you see the templates and everything, small icons here and there, all those things? Templates. All right. Just give me 1 second. Just a second. I have actually formulated some things, like I have written points so that things are easy for you. Just give me 1 second. What I'll do is I'll take a snapshot of this so that I can refer to my phone, and then I can take your session. All right. Now it's fine. Okay. All right. Where's your chat box? Okay, so some of you were giving me answers. What were they? Why are you on LinkedIn? To get exposure for companies, job purpose, etc. Well, correct answers, obviously. But see, whenever you are on LinkedIn, you can be here for two major things. Like, let's say, let's talk about Instagram. Okay. Now, most of you have Instagram accounts. Now, Instagram account can either be private, okay, or it can be public, as in you can make your account a business type account, right? There are two types of account. One is for your personal purpose. You are going somewhere, you want to click pictures, share it, maybe like stay connected socially. That is one account. And the other type of account is one where you use it in a professional way. All right, just keep telling yes or no, otherwise I feel everything gets stuck. Okay, so there are two types of accounts. Similarly, on LinkedIn also, you have two types of accounts. Okay, one is where you use it as a creator. Like, have you guys heard about this LinkedIn creator? Like you have YouTube Fan Fest, no? You have LinkedIn, you have these LinkedIn content creators and all of these things. If you have not heard about it, most of the times, I'll show you my screen a few minutes later. I'll show you exactly where you can find all these people. Like, there are some people who try to post like about social things, or maybe about how you should be calm when you are in a job interview. Like, they give all these big paragraphs with a photograph. They try to become like an influencer on LinkedIn. Okay, that is like a LinkedIn creator. And the other one is what we are. Okay, we are either looking for jobs or we are looking to hire people. Okay, hire people as in if you have a project or you have a task with yourself and you want somebody else to like do your job, then you will hire people, right? So that is what is there. Now, obviously, most of us, I don't think anybody over here is planning to become a LinkedIn content creator, but mostly it's seen that all of us are into the second category, that we want jobs or we want to hire people. So we are using LinkedIn in a very professional way. All right. So this was my first question. And henceforth, whatever we will be talking about in the session, we will be taking that into consideration, that we are here in this space which is extremely professional. So we cannot use LinkedIn in a way like we use Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or WhatsApp. Okay. So moving on to the second slide, which is now henceforth, what I will be doing is I will be talking about some best practices about how you can actually create a good LinkedIn profile. So before that, let me do one thing. Okay, let me talk about this first. So most of you or most of us feel like if we are in an interview, if we are in a job interview, or we are in the teaching profession, we have to have very good English. Like our English has to be smooth, perfect. How many of you feel the same? That English is very important when you have to be in a job interview, or you have to teach, or you have to be public speaking in public. How many of you think so? Like English is very, very important. That without English, तो मतलब life ही खत्म हो जाएगी. ऐसा वाला you feel like that? Some of you feel, right? And this has been like a constant thing. Like a few months back, I'd taken a session on this also. Probably you'll get my video on YouTube. It's there on YouTube. That is about public speaking, fear of public speaking. Yeah. So the thing is, people always misunderstand that whenever you have to write a post or you have to message somebody, your English has to be very good. No, your English does not have to be perfect, or you don't have to use big words like Shashi Tharoor. Are you guys aware of Shashi Tharoor? He's currently in politics, but he's known for something else. Google it up, you'll understand. He uses the biggest English words possible. Okay, he'll use such complex words. But my point over here of mentioning this spelling and grammar as the fifth point in this session is, whenever you are writing any kind of post on LinkedIn, or let's say you are simply messaging a recruiter, maybe, you know what happened? I was appearing for some product-based company interviews, technical interviews. And I will tell you about my experience also a little later. But for some or the other reason, I had to text somebody. I had to like send a written message to a recruiter, to an HR. Okay. So most of the times, I have seen some of my friends writing pages of drafts for like a 5-line message just in order to be sure that their English is good. But you know what you should take into consideration is, you should never make any spelling mistake. That is the number one thing. Now you have so many extensions. I will give you a tip of using Grammarly. I'm not obviously promoting or anything, but I'm just telling you this so that it's easier for you. Okay. Use Grammarly. It will help you to correct all your spellings and all. And like basic grammar, like tense, this, that, article, and all these small things, you can correct these on Grammarly only. Or maybe like if you're writing it on Google Docs or something, there also you can correct. So if you're writing a post or if you're writing something in a professional way, just make sure you are not making any stupid spelling mistakes. Right? I'll tell you one small thing. So many of you have written yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. I guess so many, like close to a 50 yes, ma'ams you've written. But the spelling of ma'am is wrong. Ma'am's spelling is M-A''am. I am not in an English class, I know, but I'm just telling you this so that, oh, I sent it to Indrani directly, sorry. I'm just telling you this so that you know about this, okay? Just general knowledge kind of a thing. But since ma'am, sir, like regards, or maybe these small things, they are used very professionally. So these small things you should always keep in mind. And whenever you're writing something or whenever you're using LinkedIn, it's better if you keep your English a little bit formal. Don't make all these small spelling and grammar mistakes. Okay. Just let me know if I'm rushing a lot or is my speed fine? Like the way I'm speaking right now. Is it fine? I'll check YouTube also once. Okay. All right. Okay. And somebody on YouTube has just commented about my voice cracking. Is it the same for you also? All right. I see so many ma'ams again. Hemant corrected. It's M-A''am. If you are in an interview or you are writing some text, you're writing something and you write M-A''am instead of M-A-M, that is where you actually get 1 point. You get a brownie point kind of a thing. because it shows that you know professionalism and you know something that is not in everybody else. Like everybody is aware of the recession and the jobs going away, right? You people know about that people are losing their jobs. So in this era, you actually have to try to become better than most people. Otherwise, staying with a job or with multiple job offers or basically having is difficult. So these are like small, small things. Okay, what is the next tip? Okay. So before I come to this, see, I am basically a person who loves like showing things like diagrammatically or in a practical basis and not just to make you see through long paragraphs and theory. So what I'll do, I'll quickly show you a demo. Okay. Whoever is this? Oh, today also Dell has joined. I do not like Dell. Those of you who had attended last week's class, they know that I do not like Dell. You people know the reason, but it's fine. Okay. So, oh, I guess you people cannot see my screen. Just let me know if you can see my LinkedIn screen. Can you see my LinkedIn screen? Right? All right. So, देखो, what I would like to show you right now is I will walk you through my profile once, okay, and tell you small, small things about LinkedIn profile so that you are able to have a basic idea about how LinkedIn actually works, okay? Chalo. So I guess this will be interesting to you. Firstly, I'm not giving you any like you have to do all these things in order to have a LinkedIn profile. No, I'm just giving you ways so that you can create a basic, decent LinkedIn profile so that तुम्हारा काम चल जाएगा. Okay. So, firstly, I have seen many LinkedIn profiles where they do not put a profile picture. First and foremost, put a nice professional photograph. Now it's okay if you do not put a picture like me. Like I wanted to make it I wanted to give it a little more effort. So what I did was I took this picture and I just put a violet color image background. Like it's easy to do this. You go on Google and you just remove the background.
Zoom app is meeting another Zoom app.
Okay. So for your case, what you can do is you can simply put a professional photograph. Like see, like you see these photographs. These photographs, I guess you can see. See, this person is wearing a tie. She's smiling. They are all my seniors and my faculties. I hope they won't mind. See, all these pictures are quite formal. Okay. None of these pictures look like they are an Instagram profile or a Facebook profile. Like it's not fashionable. Okay. So you should always keep a professional photograph and where you are smiling or maybe your face is visible. Look at my picture. My picture looks fine. I mean, it looks fine to me. I mean, you can have otherwise thoughts. So this was one thing. Okay. Now, the second thing is, most people do not like putting a cover picture. Cover picture, I mean, this one. This is what I said in my introduction. A tech enthusiast by profession and innovator by passion. See, this is what I believe in, personally believe in. So I created this image, like I created this using some basic Canva stuff. So if you want, you can skip this, but you can also get some kind of technology related image from the internet or any kind of random image also will work. To the person who is joining from YouTube, will it be possible for you to join on Zoom? Because I feel the session is lagging a little on YouTube. Otherwise, you might have to hear the recorded version. Okay. For those of you who've joined on Zoom, I guess it's fine. Just let me know. Fine. All right. Okay, so we've talked about the profile picture. We've talked about the cover picture. Okay. Now I'll tell you one thing. Let's say I want to search for a Java related job. You people are aware of Java, right? Java. So let's say I want to look for a person who is working on Java. How do I do it? Check. I will just go on the search bar and I will write Java. Okay. Look at this. There are these random people who have written Java in their title.
Okay.
Okay. I can go on and on. See, this person has written Java. Again, somewhere or the other, you will find Java. Okay. So basically, what I am trying to tell you is, look at my profile. I'll tell you. See, look at this portion. I'll use a small annotation here. Look at this portion here. These things that you see over here is a summary of everything that I do or I have done or I want to do. Okay. I have worked on Python. Python is my, how do I say it? With Python, I do everything. Like most of my development happens with Python. I have worked on IEEE. So I am an IEEE author. And being an IEEE author at this age is a big thing. That is why I wanted to mention it. It's like a star thing. Okay, like you want to showcase. That is why I've written it. Number 3, backend software developer. This is what I do. Because I've written backend software developer, I might get jobs based on backend software developer job roles. Understand this. Why I have written all these things. Next, I've written Anchor. I told you I went to Anchor at Springfest. So I do professional anchoring. Okay. So I would want somebody to approach me and ask me for some anchoring related stuff. Okay. Maybe give me an opportunity, etc., etc. Next, I've written about content writer. Somebody who wants me to work as a content writer can text me, can message me, can connect with me. Academic educator, because I love teaching, that is why I've written. Look at the hierarchy. I have written Python first because that is what my primary thing is. Okay. Whatever work I do, that is primarily in Python. And Python is a very famous language which most of the people in our generation are looking for. So that is why I've written it as a first thing. IEEE, because I am towards researching a little, so I've written it. Look at the hierarchy. Hierarchy is very important. Now, come to this place.
Actually, I'll pay Mixer 5,000. I'll use all.
Riyaz, if you could monitor this. Okay, thank you. Look at this. This person, I'm taking a random person. It's fine. He's getting promoted anyway. I'm sure he wouldn't have any problem. So basically, Mr. Tilak is actually working as an associate consultant and has worked on LIMS and Java. So basically, he wanted to show that he is working as an associate consultant. So he's mentioned that he wanted to show that he is working on Java. That is why he's mentioned that. So if you are a student, see, I have seen many people, I don't know if that is visible here. Like I have seen some of my friends who are my juniors who have simply written that they are a student. Look at this person. She's my friend basically. She's simply written that she is a student at Techno India College of Technology. This is an old title which she has given, but she has maybe edited long time back. But she's simply written that she's a student at this college. Somebody else has just written software engineer associated at Amdocs. Fine. This is okay when you just want to have a simple profile. Let's say Indrani is there. She is a college student but she's interested in internships. So she can just write internships on maybe Java or maybe JavaScript or maybe Python. So she'll just mention that she is a final year student or pre-final year student, and she'll mention that she is interested in these things. In short, do not write long sentences over here. Do not keep it very blunt. Okay. So my motive of telling you this is, you must keep your title very short, must have like 1 or 2 words. Like, see, I have not written it like this. I love Python. I am an IEEE author. There's no, okay. I already have so much to write. If you write a lot, it will get congested unnecessarily. So just write the points. If you are a student, just write student. If you want, if you are good at some skill and you want a job in that profession, just write it directly. Okay. So your title is very important. So I don't do all these things. See, Mubin, I can see your name. Zoom has updated. So this is the thing that I said last week also. If you are doing these things, your name will clearly pop up on the screen. It's getting live on YouTube. It's getting recorded as well. Why do you want to do such things? Okay. Somebody is listening to television. Who is it? Uday. Riyaz, please look into it. All right. So until now, we have looked into the name part. Okay, you should always keep your name, so it's fine. Like, I've seen some people just write the first name. Do not do that. If your name is Twinkle Chatterjee, please write Twinkle Chatterjee, not just Twinkle. Okay. Name, profile picture, cover picture, and your title. Okay. All these things are a must for your LinkedIn profile. If you're keeping a note, which I will suggest you to do so, please write about these things. Okay. Next, what you can do is, if you are opening your LinkedIn profile for the first time, or maybe initially, you will see a small thing over here says your profile is 30% complete. No problem, no problem. Your profile is 30% complete, 40% complete. Anybody who is able to see something of that sort on the LinkedIn profile, like if you have checked your profile, you would know that you might see your profile is 90% complete or 60% complete. Anybody? Right. So if you are creating a new profile also, you'll see that you will be prompted, you will be asked by LinkedIn to complete your profile, like add the profile picture and all these things that I've just mentioned. Please make sure to complete your profile. Okay, keep it as 100% complete. Only then you will be shown to your recruiter, or if you're trying to apply for a job or something, your recruiter will actually get that job. I'll tell you one thing. You know, a few, like just when COVID had set in, I was desperately looking for a side work, like maybe a content writing work, proofreading, something of that sort, like a part-time work. Okay. So I had applied, like you see all these sections now in the job section. I'll tell you about the job section also. It's very interesting. So in the job section, you can search for jobs and all. So what I had done was, I had applied to one job. Okay. That job was like, it was put up by somebody who I already knew. That is why I'll tell you the insider story about it. So there was this job on content writer. I applied for that job. I gave my resume and I applied for it. Now what happened was, LinkedIn rejected my profile on its own. LinkedIn only rejected my profile. I mean, let's say Jyoti is currently my recruiter. Jyoti has a job request of a content writer. I am the person who is applying for that job. Now, Jyoti will view my application and she will see that LinkedIn has put a sort of a badge on top or somewhere that this applicant is not suitable. Something of that sort. Okay. So LinkedIn will itself reject your profile, or it had rejected my profile for that content writing job that I'm talking about. Why so? I have done content writing before. I have some experience in the freelancing field. I have done creative content writing, technical also. So why did I get rejected? My problem was, My profile was not 100% complete. Okay. I took it in a very light way. I was like, why do I have to send connection requests to these many people? Why can't I just have no background? Why can't I just have no profile picture? Why can't I just put my profile simple and then also apply for a job? So I was wrong. I searched about it and then I got to know that LinkedIn also works on particular algorithms, right? So LinkedIn's algorithm only rejected my profile. So if you are trying to look for a job on LinkedIn, which is a very good source for you to fetch a job, you please keep your profile complete. So this was another part. Next is, I will come to these sections. Look at this. You have a section on about. Do not read my about section. I had written, so it might not make sense now, but it's fine. So basically in the about section, you write a small description about yourself.
ఆడే ఉంటా అని
Okay.
చెప్పలే.
There are are you talking about anything? Like any question? All right. There is a particular guy, I don't know if you are aware of him, Kunal Kushwaha. Are you guys aware of him? How many of you know who Kunal Kushwaha is? He has a very good LinkedIn profile and at a very young age, he's doing a lot. So you should check his account. And there was another person, who is that girl who represents Apna College? I can't recall her name. She was from Netaji Subhash. What was her name? Just a second. Anybody who...
Shraddha Kapoor.
Right. Shraddha. Okay. Just look at her account once. What is her name? Shraddha. Yeah. She has a really nice description, what I had found. I hope she has it now also. Yes. Look at her about section. The first line was something that actually intrigued me to read the rest of it. And look at the way she's written it. She has written it in separate lines or separate paragraphs. It's so neat, tidy, and clean. First line, trying to make Hello World the new ABC, which talks about her like being sort of an entrepreneur or trying to like recreate a certain way of doing things, something of that sort. And then she's talked about her professional journey. She has talked about her skills. She has talked about herself a little in the last line. Like outside of tech, she's also these things. So this is how you should also keep your about section. You can take a reference of this, or maybe I can share a few reference profiles who are really great to follow. So if you are following them, you will learn a lot. My about section, I used to find it very cool at that time, but now I feel it should be changed. And I hope so the next time you visit my profile, it will be changed. I'll try to keep a nice about section, but that is it. About section is very, very important. It's good to have a nice about section. After that is your experience section. Now, I am hoping like most of you will not have a very big or very vast experience section, is what I can understand. Is it so? Like, do you guys have a lot of experience, or is it like you do not have any experience right now? Like, have you worked in any internships? Have you done any internships? Right. That is fine. Even finally, your students can do very well. That is why I showed you Kunal Kushwaha. Yes, right. Internship. I will talk about internships also. Like I talked about Kunal Kushwaha. If you see, he's probably a 2022 graduate. Okay. And he's done so much. So it's not about this that if you are in your college, you cannot work. You are in your college, you cannot earn. It's not about that. I'd actually posted about this a few weeks back on LinkedIn. Look at this wordplay. I'm writing a word. Just look at this. It's very interesting. And this is something that I have only written. Like this has come out from my brain. No copywriting things. Do you understand the meaning of this? Anybody who can understand the meaning of this? This is my college life. Do you understand this? Anybody who is a fresher or anybody who is just starting their career, you can learn while you earn while you learn. Absolutely, sir. So basically, you are earning while learning, or maybe you are learning to earn, or you are earning to learn. It's all the way around. This is such a good thing that has come to my mind. I just feel so blessed that I have got this idea. No, you can actually learn at the present and earn also. You know, to actually do an internship, you don't have to be an expert in that field. There are so many people, like I have so many friends, even when I started doing internships, my first internship, I told you in the last session also, that the first startup in which I was working, like it took a lot to convince them to actually hire me as their backend developer, because I was not very experienced that time, but I was learning and I was earning. Okay. I just took like 1 week to learn Django, and I was getting paid around like 10,000 per month. Imagine. And I was not a very experienced person. I was learning, like I was opening YouTube, I was learning how to do it. I was asking my seniors, taking help from Stack Overflow. And from there, I was learning, and then I was working on the particular project or whatever thing I was asked to do, and I was learning. So I actually bought a laptop. I'm very proud of that. That is what I'm telling you. I brought a laptop with that money and I've saved the rest of it. So that is what I'm telling you. It's not that you have to be an expert, only then you can start working. No. If you love doing, if you want to do it, you can learn and earn at the same time. Okay. So I'm just telling you this so that I can inspire you little, so that you also start working. Because, you know, this age, this engineering life, you will be able to like take away a lot of memories if you are not getting bored and you are not wasting time. You know, it's okay to hang out with friends. It's okay to go on trips and all. Everybody does that. I also do. It's fine. But if you are working a little by little every single day, it will actually make a huge difference. So all that you can actually see by following people of our age. Like you see Shraddha, like you see Kunal, and all such people who are there, very young people, but they're doing so great. I look up to them. I guess you should also look up to them as well. So coming back, I was talking about that. Okay, another question. Have you guys done online certification courses? Like any internship or maybe a course online? Right? Salesforce, great. Salesforce is a very good thing to be aware of. Good. You know, I was also willing to do Salesforce, but for some or the other reason, I got into some or the other thing and I lost the track. But most of my seniors asked me to take up a course on Salesforce. Very good, very good. Cybersecurity is also a booming career. If you are good in cybersecurity, I will ask you to get connected with some people who are in the cybersecurity domain. Some of my juniors are doing great. Recently, they got their project got selected in some NASA related competition. So it's a very new and a very, what do I say? Like under-accomplished domain. Like people don't understand the importance of cybersecurity, but it's very important. And Salesforce also, like you see every now and then I could see some or the other person doing Salesforce and getting those certificates or maybe goodies from Salesforce and all. Great. Yeah, Swayam NPTEL. I actually got an award from NPTEL. Like if you see my featured post, you will see this one. I probably got the silver rank and I got a memento from NPTEL IIT Kharagpur. So NPTEL also you can do. NPTEL is a very good site, like the IITs do it, fine. And any other, okay, so basically you people have done cloud computing also very good. You should be aware of cloud computing. Okay. Yeah, that is there. So don't you people do things on Coursera? Coursera is a very common place. Okay. See, Coursera is not free. I guess you have to use your college email ID and then do it. Like when we used to do it that way only. But there are several other ways also. So I probably have some Coursera certifications, if I'm not wrong. Coursera, IBM, okay, I've not showed them. I also had a few, I guess, I'm not sure. And this is a nice website to follow, Simply Learn. They show things in a very simple way. So basically, my point of talking about certifications was, like last time I was talking to somebody about certifications and certificates, okay? They were like, I don't have certificates, I don't have anything to show. If you do not have certificates, just take up any random online course, complete that, put that certificate over here, okay? I am not sure if this thing is still prevalent, but when I was in my first year, my seniors used to tell me that having some online courses or some kind of certification is important for you to get a job. I disagree to that because in none of my interviews, I have shown or talked about any of my certification. I have not mentioned them in my resume also. So I don't know if that still, the thing still exists or not, but it's always good to have at least a certificate, okay? So if most of you I see have done a Salesforce course. So if you have got a certificate, put it here. Keep at least something over here, okay? Don't keep this portion blank. This was about the license and certificates. Next is about your skills, the most important section. See, okay, if you are visiting my profile, if you feel that I am good at any of the skills that I have mentioned out of all these skills that I've just randomly mentioned, please endorse me. I would definitely love it. You know what will happen in endorsement? First of all, I'll tell you the meaning of endorsement. If you don't know, I'm telling you, if you know, very good. So endorsement basically is like appreciating somebody in very simple terms. Okay. Endorsing is like, let's say you have an actor and you have a product. Okay. If an actor endorses a product, that means tells public that, see, this product is good, advertises that. Okay. I'm not taking the name of any actor or any product, as this is going on YouTube. We might get into copyright strikes and all. So just imagine that way, that somebody is promoting a product or somebody is validating that this thing is good, this thing is perfect. Please try and use this service or try and talk to this person. She's very good. Like I endorsed 2 people a few minutes back, that way. So if you feel I have some skill, or if you feel any of these skills that are there is something that you would want me to endorse, I mean, you would want to endorse, please do that. You just have to click on this button and somewhere you will get endorsement card. Okay. So just put it. And if you are aware of some skills, please put it in the skills section. This is what I'm telling you to do, so that these skills are there in your profile. Very, very important. If you're looking for a job, I would suggest do not keep too many skills like I have done. Do not do that. I will remove a few skills from here, which I no longer require. Actually, I feel all these things are things that I do. So that is why I've kept it, but I'll try to minimize, like HTML and all I'll delete. I'll keep the main ones. I'll also suggest you to do the same. Keep the main ones. Okay. And okay, which is your favorite programming language? or which is a programming language in which you are very, very good? Like you feel like you are the Bahubali of that programming language. Which programming language do you think so? Hello, why is it also silent? Am I not audible? Which is the programming language in which you're very, very comfortable? Okay. HTML, C. Okay. C. 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 That C is one language. I guess you got the wordplay. C, that you should always keep one language as your strong point. Okay. Okay. You should keep at least one language as your strong point. It can be Python, Java, or C. Okay. I guess you people are aware of object-oriented language and procedural. So you should know one procedural language and one object-oriented language, so that it helps you in interview, interview process. We might conduct a session on interview process also. Today, if I get time, I'll talk about it, but I don't think we'll get time because it's a lot to talk about. So the thing is, if you are comfortable in C, be sure that whatever questions are asked to you from the C language, you are able to answer it properly. So if you are good at C, just mention it in the skills section. And I was telling you, that whenever you're applying for a job, see, I'll show you something. See this one. Check this line over here. Your profile matches your job. Look at this line. Array. Look at this line. Can you see this line? Here. Your profile matches your job. Means what? Means the skills that I have mentioned in my profile, they are matching with the required skills that Growth Central VC, this company, wants. So that is why it is showing me this tag, your profile matches this job. Okay. So remember, whenever you're putting your skills in your skills section, what you do is you take a small skills test. I was talking about this. I guess very few people were there that time in my full stack web development course. You see this tag over here, pass LinkedIn skill test. So whenever you're applying for a job and whenever you have a skill assessment badge like this, your profile automatically gets pushed by LinkedIn. LinkedIn will promote your profile and automatically there will be higher chances for you to get selected in that thing. Okay, in that shortlisting process. Now, how to take this skill? I shouldn't be endorsing this way, but I'm telling you a very easy and simple trick to actually get this badge. Go on Google, search Python LinkedIn skill assessment answers. You will get all the answers. Whatever questions you have, copy paste that question on Google, take the answer and just paste it. Why I am telling you to do so is, some of the questions asked in these assessments, this is my personal opinion again, before anybody else jumps in and says, no, whatever you're saying, I don't agree to this. This is my personal opinion that the questions asked in these assessments are not that relevant. They are either non-important questions or they are too much on the high standard side, and it's tough. So what I suggest is, it's only required for you to get promoted, right, on that shortlisting process. So just take this skill assessment test and just keep it that way. Okay. Is my voice cracking? Please confirm once, because I just got a notification that my internet is unstable. Are you guys with me? Are you guys understanding whatever I'm saying? Somewhat.
Yes.
Okay. Now is it fine? So whenever my voice cracks, no, just quickly just tell me in the chat box, just wait or pause. Your voice is cracking. So I'll pause for some time. Okay. So we've done the skill section. Now I am getting bored showing you too much of demo. So let's get back to our slide once. And let's see how much have we covered in our. Are you guys able to see my screen? Like what can you see now? Which screen can you see now? Profile. Wait. Check this. Which screen can you see now? Now also LinkedIn. Templates, slides, skills. You're not able to see my Canva screen. Like the full screen, highlight your skills. That you can see, na? Perfect. Okay, got it. Okay. So we have talked about skills. That was our fourth point. We've just talked about skills. So I think that is done. Next, we will be talking about the third point, which is making connections. Now, this point is a game changer. It can make or break your condition. Okay. Please use this tip very wisely because, okay. So one of my, one of the people who I know, her father, like that person is a very established person. I wouldn't name him, but basically he is kind of a LinkedIn creator and he had close to, I guess, 27,000 followers on LinkedIn. Okay, imagine I have close to what, 4,600 followers right now, right? But there was this person who had 27,000 followers on LinkedIn. Imagine that person was on LinkedIn for close to 5-6 years, okay, and was using his profile to the fullest. Like he was posting regularly, he was talking to people. But there was one place where he lagged, which actually, I told you, it can make or break your situation. It broke his situation. Basically, what happened was his LinkedIn profile was banned and he is unable to get back to LinkedIn even after so many days. I don't know how many days it has been, but I don't think he still got back his profile. LinkedIn has banned his profile. And despite mailing LinkedIn, like his daughter is my friend, so she also uses her LinkedIn to promote about this very often. Like frequently, very frequently, I see one of her posts where she tags LinkedIn and she says that my father is doing these things, and he was using his LinkedIn properly, absolutely properly. He was not spamming, he was not doing this, that. He was maintaining all the precautionary and all the how do I say it, all the proper things, all the ideal things. But even then it got banned. Please return him back his profile because it's affecting his career. Okay, for people like me, I am into freelancing. If my LinkedIn goes away, I will be blind, almost blind. So for him also, it affects him to some extent. But even then, LinkedIn didn't give back his profile. I hope so. I'm not hoping, and I'm expecting that he's not got back his profile. So why did this happen? This was a backdrop. This was a story that was behind this point that I've written. But the main point is, whenever you're making connection as in, I'm not talking about the otherwise meaning of connection, which you might be thinking. I'm talking about LinkedIn connections, which is connecting with people of your niche. Do you know the meaning of niche? NISCHE. Do you know the meaning of niche? Pardon my handwriting again. I'm basically using my fingertips to type, so it might be a little problematic. Niche is basically like, let's say you people are all students, right? So you people are all forming the community of students. Okay. So your niche will be college students, will be people of this age, like 20 to 25. That will be your niche. Otherwise, saying, let's say you like singing. So people who are into the singing industry, people who are into the music industry, music or people involved in that music industry will be their niche. Okay, niche means something that is in very simple terms. Now you can Google it up and get the actual meaning of it. But niche means something like this. Okay, suitable position, not really position. It's like a community. Now you'll have to Google it up. I don't believe in giving you definitions or something of that sort. You should understand things. Just Google it up, you'll understand probably. Okay. So let's say I am a Python backend developer. Now I will send requests or connections to people who are working in the Python field, who are developers, things of that sort. Okay, people of that sort. I am into research. Maybe I am interested in like IIT. So I will send requests to IITians. Just giving an example. Okay, if let's say I am interested in business, I am interested in entrepreneurship, I will send requests to people who have started their jobs or something of that sort. Okay. So you have to keep in mind that whenever you're sending a connection request, always send it to people of your niche. Try to do that. And if you are trying to send it to somebody who is not belonging to your niche, you can send a message or maybe an email. Like you'll see these things on LinkedIn. Whenever you're trying to send a request, you will get this option of sending an email message. Okay? Kind of true, Jyoti. So that is what I was talking about. So whenever you're making a connection, make sure you are connecting with likewise people of your type. Okay, so that they don't reject your request. And remember, if somebody bans your profile, okay, upon like only if you ban my profile or you ban anybody's profile, that is not going to make any change. But if you are banning somebody's profile who is actually posting wrong things or things of that sort, then that profile will be banned. Now, let's say, for example, I'm taking into consideration let's say David. Okay, David, is it your real name? Like, it's not an Indian name. That is what I'm asking. But let's say David decides to ban my profile. Okay, he tries to report my profile. Nice name, by the way. So let's say David decides to ban my profile. Now, he can ban my profile. Now, LinkedIn will get a notification that he finds my profile to be wrong. So LinkedIn will cross-check if my profile is actually wrong, if I'm spamming or if I'm posting wrong things, if I'm like commenting rude things on anybody's profile, something of that sort. And if it will see that, no, I'm not doing anything of that sort, I'm actually maintaining a clean, decent profile, LinkedIn will actually investigate your profile. That since you had complained about my profile, are you a bot or is your profile acting as a bot that is restricting or banning my profile? So you will be the one in trouble. So remember, if you are planning to ban anybody's profile, be sure that your profile is in a safe state and not in a state to get banned. Okay. So ऐसा ना हो जाए तुम किसी और का बुरा करना चाहो, तुम्हारे साथ ही बुरा हो जाए. Okay. If you can understand Hindi, so you will be able to understand this most probably. Not clear. Again, lagging. So this is what I said, like, do not make wrong connections, as in, or wrong LinkedIn connections. Now, is it fine? Is it still cracking? Is my voice fine now, or is it still cracking, breaking? Okay. So basically, that is what I was telling. Whenever you're making any connection, just know that you are not spamming. And if you are trying to like block anybody's profile unnecessarily, remember LinkedIn will actually investigate your profile also. So this was one point. I'll just remove this word. By the way, it's really great to see that everybody is using MA''AM. Really great. I feel glad that I actually could teach you something that is valuable, if not the entire session. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was just talking about. Do not spam. Okay. Because unnecessarily spamming will not help. Let's do one thing. Why are so many of you raising your hands? Is there anything that you want to talk about? Now also voice is not clear. Is it fine now? Like, is it fine enough for me to continue? Okay. Thoda sa, like, try and cooperate with me also. I have nothing to do about this network problem. I'm using a well-stable network. Thank you guys. Okay. So the last thing that I talked about was a skills section. After the skills section, you have something called recommendations. Now I'm talking about this right at the end of the session. Why? Because this is something that you will require if you want your profile to look good. I mean, ये ऐसा level है ना जैसे एक होता है pass marks मिलना, एक होता है when you are like, let's say your pass marks is 40%. So one is you are just passing 40%. You're happy that you've passed. Bale bale you'll go and party that you've passed the exam. Second is you are an average student. By the way, I'm not demeaning any average student. I believe that average students can do great stuff too. But let's say you are in a segment of like 60 to 70% average marks, and then you have 95% plus. So this is what I'm talking about right now, the recommendation part, publications, projects, test scores, all these things are all like 95% ke upar wala thing. Okay. Like if you are not doing this also, it's fine. If you are doing this also, it's good. Okay. So I'll take you to this section. Basically, if you have to recommend somebody, you know, whenever you visit a website or like a platform or a forum, you see this place, no, where you have the testimonials. Have you guys seen or understood like what a testimonial is? Are you guys aware of what a testimonial is? Hello, am I audible? Okay. No. So basically a testimonial is like, if you are, how do I say this? Testimonial is like if you have, about self. Let's say you have used an XYZ product and you want to talk about, अरे review देना, simple terms में review देना एक इंसान के बारे में. Okay, whenever we give product reviews, what we do, we talk about a product. But if we are giving recommendations, it's like we are telling somebody that, see this person is doing this. Do one thing. You just read one of this. Like, look at this. This is a very sweet review. One of my seniors. See, she's a Salesforce developer. You people have done this, no? So she has given me this review, which is a nice, sweet one. So all these things are there. So this is like she's endorsing me. She's telling people that Twinkle is good at these things. A short description. Okay. So I have received a few, 4 or 5 I've received, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 recommendations I've received. Okay. Similarly, you can give recommendations also. Like I have given 1 recommendation to one of my seniors. So this way you can give or get recommendations also. I'm just telling you this so that if anybody tells you, you will have things to say. Okay. I had more recommendations, yaar. I didn't have just 4. Okay, no problem. I don't know why LinkedIn is only showing 4. No problem. Okay. After this, we have a section called publications. Is there anybody in the meeting now in Zoom or in YouTube where you people have published any kind of research paper, or you are aware of any kind of IEEE paper or IEEE in general? Do you guys know about that? Do you guys know about IEEE or IEEE publications? No. Okay. All right. Okay. So most of the colleges do not do not support all these things. These are all extra things. Like primary thing is competitive coding. Then you have proper coding. Then you have your normal studies. Then you have projects. And after that, like a few colleges, like they talk about research work a little. In my college, I was lucky. I will say I was lucky because there was one faculty who was into the research field. You can see Raja sir, he's my mentor. So basically, he had guided me to go into the research field. That is why I'm telling you this, that research work is not only meant for PhD people. If you are a young researcher, if you have a small topic, you people are final year students, right? Are you CSIT students or the degree students? Just let me know. Like, do you guys know about TCP congestion and machine learning? Degree students. Okay, then you people might not know about these things. Okay. So if you were a BTech student, you would know about TCP congestion, like how internet works basically. Okay, about networking. And ML to pata hi hoga, machine learning to you will know, at least by name you will know. So there was a very simple problem that my mentor identified, and I was good at coding. I mean, I liked coding. I will not say I was an expert at coding, but I liked coding, which is why I got connected with my mentor, my sir. And then he told me that this is a problem that you can, yes, glad that you will get to know about machine learning. Please get to know about machine learning. Even if it is from YouTube, please do so. It's a booming topic and you must be aware of AI, ML and DL, deep learning. So there was a very small problem on which I had worked, and it was nothing very out of the box, but it was something new to the research industry. That is why it got published. IEEE is a very renowned publication place. So if you get any idea about this in your future, if you're doing your masters or anywhere in the CS background, you might be talking about research a little. So if you have publication, just put it. If you do not, just skip it. I'm just telling you so that you know about it. Okay, a little bit I told you, so that if somebody asks, you will have something to say. Okay. Next is a project section. I guess today morning also I was getting somebody's message on LinkedIn, and almost every day I get this question that what are the projects? Basically, I guess the most talked about line would be final year project. Okay, please suggest me a final year project that I can go about, like a simple project that I can put on LinkedIn and all. See, while I was doing it in the other sessions also, some of you were there, you will know that do not try to do a very complex project if you're doing it in 4th year. If you have no prior idea about coding and you are just a normal person in coding, choose a simple project. Okay, by the way, I have no idea about degree students. So do you have any kind of project that you have to do in your course curriculum? Like in bachelor's of technology, we know that we have to submit a final year project. Or maybe we have these project competitions and all. So do you also participate in these project competitions and all? All right. Okay, internships. Basically, you people are doing internships and you will be doing some kind of project. So even in your internship, you will be doing some kind of project. I will suggest you, whatever small or big thing you are learning, please try and put it on LinkedIn, tagging the correct people. I'll tell you about this. This was my last point, most probably. So if you're doing any kind of project, like look at this. This was one project which I did a long time back. Yeah, HTML project also. One more thing, some people have this idea that HTML is a very simple thing and you cannot create anything big with that. It's a small project, so I'll not showcase. No. Even if you have a very small project, please showcase it. Okay. So I have a few projects over here. So you can like talk a little about your project, like what you have done and about what your tech stack was and who all were connected with you on that project. So he was my senior, he's my like department HOD. So if you have collaborated with some faculty, please mention him on LinkedIn that you have worked with this person. So if you are trying to collaborate with some people in this section, you know, what happens is your profile looks in a way that you are actually a people's person. You have a good idea, you have worked with people, you have team management skills, you have worked on projects, means you have technical skills. And if you are mentioning things in your skills section, which I mentioned earlier, people will know that, okay, this person has some skills. So your LinkedIn profile is actually like your biodata. Okay. So it talks about you on an entire scale professionally. Okay. So this was a project section. Now, I would not expect, like, I will generally not expect everybody to have like 15, 20 projects, but I will request you, even if you have like one small project also, please put it in the project section. Okay, please put it. It will actually make some difference. Okay, if not, no problem. You have the certification section, you have the skill section, all those things are there. And then about your test scores, if you see, this is very complex. Okay, I guess that was my 5th point. Okay, anyway, I'll just talk about it here only. If let's say you have appeared in any entrance exam, you have graduated from a college with good marks, like you stood first, second, or third, or anything like good percentages, like 9-pointer or something. Let's say you have done well in your boards, you have done well in your Olympiads, some kind of like academic achievement that you are proud of, you can put it in the test scores section. Okay. Please do not put your test scores if they are very low. Low as in, if in your boards, like, did you guys give any national boards? Like, did you like appear for ISC, ICSE, or CBSE, or regional boards? I'm just asking out of curiosity. Like, this has nothing to do with test scores, but just asking. Like, did you guys appear for a national board exam or regional board exams? Like, we have West Bengal board exams over here. CBSE. Okay, regional board. CBSE. All right. CBSE, CBSE. Okay, all right. So whenever you are appearing for any national board exam or state level board exam, no problem. If you have good scores, I do not know about the regional board exams. Like in my state, people get very less. Like if they are getting 80%, it's like a huge deal. But for ICSE people, 90-95% is nothing. Like everybody gets it. So if you are getting above 80-85, it's fine. Put it on your test scores. But if you're getting very low scores, like you have got 40%, 50%, do not spoil your profile by writing that. Okay. Like I have appeared for a lot of competitive exams, okay, after my 12th, but I have not mentioned any of them. Not that I performed really bad in them, not that, but I didn't feel like writing it because they were not matching the level of my board scores. So I just wrote, now look at my scores. I'm not bragging, but I'm just explaining it to you. That look at my scores, 95, 90. Now with this, if I put my any kind of score, any percentage or any CGPA or any rank, let's say I put a rank of 7-8 lakhs in JEE Mains. I didn't give JEE Mains in the second time, but still, let's say I got 7-8 lakh rank in JEE Mains. I added my JEE Mains rank only for the purpose to show people that I am doing engineering And that is why I've given my JEE Mains rank. What was the need? There was no need for you to showcase everything that you have achieved or everything that you have done in your life. Please showcase only your best things over here. You know, there was a teacher in my school who used to say, put your best foot forward always. Okay? Always show the best things. If you have the best scores, if you have a very good JEE rank or a JEE score or maybe any competitive exam, your college ranks, please put it over here. Okay? But if you do not have anything very substantial or very great, please do not put that. It's my suggestion. Now it's upon you to do it. Like if I am a recruiter, I will go through a profile and I see a mark which is not that great. Please don't put it unnecessarily. Why to put it? Okay. Next, you have the languages section. This is not very important, but it's important. No, it's important. Like it also helps in shortlisting your profile. Okay. That happens. And then there are these few people who I follow. Acha, I was talking to you about LinkedIn top voices. Remember my first slide? Do you guys remember a LinkedIn creator? Like I was talking to you about the 2 types of LinkedIn profiles. One was somebody like us who wants a job. And number 2 was somebody who is a content creator on LinkedIn. All right. See, Abhi, the responses have gone so low. Where's the Josh, guys? Why are you not responding? So on LinkedIn, if you are a content creator, you will get this tag of top voices. Okay. So this is what I was telling you. Being a top voice, becoming a top voice on LinkedIn means you are a content creator or maybe a famous person on LinkedIn. So you can follow a few people, like I follow a few people here who I look up to. Ankur Warikoo is an amazing person. Please follow him. Again, not like asking you to do so, but I like following him, like whatever he posts and all. And you can follow companies. Okay. After this, I will come to one section, which is something that I used to get shortlisted in companies. You know, I'll tell you something. I'll complete the slide. I'll just write it down so that I don't forget that point to say. Fine. Thank you. I hope you're liking my sessions and not getting bored, or maybe like you are able to understand things. Thank you. Okay. So let me just quickly complete this slide, or मेरे को एक बार quickly बता दो कि what is the slide that you can see right now? क्या दिख रहा है? Like what is it that you can see right now? Do not spam. Correct. चलो. So let's get into the final point. Oh, okay. The final point actually makes no sense now. Let's talk about the profile now. We've already talked about the profile. So we've actually completed a slide, but after that we had one point. Acha, ek cheez hai. There's one thing that I wanted to talk about. That is something that will actually help you practically. Okay, you people are final year students or pre-final year? Like, are you going to apply for your jobs anytime soon or any kind of internship? Like, are you going to earn while you learn right now? Final year, great. Okay. So you people are obviously going to like start earning 5th semester. All right. So I'll tell you about one of my experiences, and I'll tell you about a funny, true story that will inspire you to crack your interviews. You know, what happened was applying for a job, very good, because the point that I'm going to talk about right now is actually based on that. Like you are giving me the disclaimer of the story that I'm going to talk about right now. So basically, you know, I don't know, like I don't think you people scroll a lot of LinkedIn. Like, do you? Like, are you frequent on LinkedIn? Like, if anybody over here is like scrolls LinkedIn once in a day at least, will know this, that there was a very popular post which was going on. Great, Ayat. If you are following, then great. If you are not, please start doing that. You'll learn a lot when you scroll LinkedIn, you know. So there was this post which was getting very famous that time, like at one time. That is, do you guys understand Hindi or should I translate it to English only? The post was in Hindi. Okay, I'll say it in Hindi first, then I'll translate it to English, okay? क्योंकि जो हिंदी है ना उसमें समझ आएगा, मतलब मजा आएगा उस लाइन में. Basically, the post had this caption which said, connection इतना बड़ा बनाओ, connection इतना बनाओ LinkedIn पे कि recruiter भी दोस्त निकले या फिर connection निकले. The meaning of this in English will be, keep your LinkedIn connection so strong that someday when you go to give an interview, you'll see the person sitting in front of you taking your interview. I mean, your interviewer will actually be your connection on LinkedIn. Okay. So this was the line that was shared and this motivated me a lot. I don't remember whether I shared it on LinkedIn. Okay. So this was a really interesting line. And you know why? I am not bragging about this. This actually came true in one of my interviews. And I was so shocked. Basically, I'll tell you one thing. When you are in your final year, if you will either be sitting for on-campus placements or off-campus, right? Either you will be looking into what your college is giving you and you will be taking the company and going for your exams, or you will be searching for companies from outside. I mean, you will be Google searching and all of that, right? Now, in both the cases, I will tell you about one thing that I followed and I still follow, and I will suggest you to do the same. I have told this to my college people also, like my juniors, and they also follow this. That is, let's say you are going to appear for an ABC company. I am working for Keysight Technology, so I'll take its name. No problem in that. So Keysight Technology is basically a US-based company, but my job is in Kolkata. Okay. So I got this. I got this from my college. Okay. So when I saw that I got this college ka mail in my inbox, what I did was, I have this habit of doing, I'll suggest you to do the same. I knew this was Keysight Technologies. So what I did was, I went on LinkedIn, okay, and I searched about Keysight Technologies, okay. I got the profile of the company. I went into that profile, and I'm not sharing my screen because of some reasons, some privacy reasons. Just understand, okay? So if you go into that company section, company profile, in one section, you will see people working in that company. Somewhere you scroll down, you will get that section, okay? Go to that place and see, like you will get to see, like you will probably get to see me also over there somewhere if you are searching about that. You will see that person and you will see a tag over there and you'll see a connection request. So what I did was, I wanted to know, like my interview was like 3 or 4 days later, and I got like 3 or 4 days to prepare. That is normally what you get. Like sometimes it's like today you're getting the information and day after tomorrow you have the interview. So you have to be always prepared. So now what happened with me was, look, generally you will have technical interviews, maybe 1 round or 2 rounds. After that, you might have, you will definitely have an HR interview. HR interview is a different case. I'm not talking about that. I'm coming to the technical interview part. Now, I wanted to know about the questions being asked in that particular company. Now, every company has a different domain in which it is working. Some may be working on cybersecurity, some may be working on web development, some may be working on this, that, all different. But I am a student. Like I was a student, I am a student. So I will definitely have limited things in my control, right? I will not be aware of everything in the universe. So I did not know what to study. Like, should I study? Like, I am a computer student, so I had to study about operating system, let's say a programming language, data structures, algorithms, all those things. So I didn't know what all to study in those 4 days. And I also wanted to know a little bit about the company. Now, if you go on Google, if you go on YouTube, you will get to know about all the good things. Like all the things, all the flowery things, all the things that are actually nice, showy, attractive. You know, I was talking about your scores. Ki agar marks acha nahi hai, then you will not put it on your LinkedIn profile. Similarly, if there is a thing that is bad about a company, why will it show that on internet? It will obviously not show it, right? So I wanted to know about the reality of the company I am applying for. Okay, I wanted to know about the culture, like whether, see, I am a person who loves women in entrepreneurship concept. So I wanted to know if there are women working there. I wanted to know if I will be getting a chance to shine in that company. I wanted to know if I will be getting to learn. And obviously, whether like the pay scale will be good, whether the people over there are good. I want to know about the inside things of the company. Okay, basically an honest review. So what I did was I went into that company profile and I got into the profile section. I saw there were some people who I thought would be fine if I text them or message them or ask them for queries. I sent them a connection request and I asked them in the messages. Okay, like you have that inbox section, no, in LinkedIn. Over there, I asked those people that please tell me about the company. Sir, I'm going to apply for a company interview tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Please suggest me tips or some topics which I should concentrate on so that I can get ready for my interview and I can give my best shot so that I can get this, like crack this interview basically. So most of them, like most of the people who I have asked in a way like this, they have helped me, and that help that they have done, no, Sheikh, see, I can see your name. So most of the people who actually do this, like have helped me. Those questions that they have told me, it's not that they directly tell me the question, but they tell me the topics. Like, see, OOPS is very important, like Java is important, etc., etc. So I focus on that more. So this way, if you are channelizing or if you are making connection requests, it will actually help you. So in one of my interviews, I actually got a lot of help about the syllabus that I had to prepare. Now, most of my friends didn't even know like what was the syllabus, what they had to study about. But I had an upper hand because I had already talked to a person, okay, who had helped me about this. And I'll tell you the best part of all. Next day, I had an interview. Firstly, I had this written exam, okay, an MCQ exam, coding, okay, and then I had the technical interview. The person who was distributing the question paper, it was an offline exam. The person who was distributing the question paper, he was the person who I had actually asked for suggestions. That person did not tell me any questions, but that person had actually given me suggestions that these are the topics that you should focus on. And that person told me about the company structure also, like what all things go on and everything, like in brief, basically. And I looked at the person and I smiled. He smiled back. I was like, wow. So that caption that I told you in the beginning, that I was actually true in my life. And I'll tell you a even better thing. I am this person who makes connections on LinkedIn and I post on people's posts and I try to engage on LinkedIn. Okay. So I was doing it on Keysight Technology ke post mein also. So the technical interview part, like I was sitting for the interview after cracking the coding exam. The person, the interviewer, I was taking my like interview, and towards the end of it, like everything was fine and all. So after taking that interview, though, sorry, this is about another company. I messed up. This is not Keysight. This is about another company. And this I applied for offline campusing. Okay. So in that campusing, what happened after the interview was over, I showed him my resume and I told him about my LinkedIn. Because in your resume, you are supposed to keep one social media link, which is somewhere you are active. Let's say you are an Instagram influencer, you have a certain number of followers, you'll mention your Instagram profile. I was active on LinkedIn, so I mentioned LinkedIn. And after that, I told him about my LinkedIn profile and all. And then he was like, after the interview was over, he was also a Bengali person. So he told me very informally after everything was over that I know you had actually talked with some of my friends who are working in this company. This is about another company, okay? And then he was like, okay, we have talked on LinkedIn. I had actually talked with him on LinkedIn again. So you see this thing. I have actually gone for an interview in two companies, basically. And I actually knew the person who was talking to me, the interviewer, or maybe the HR, somebody. So this is what I'm telling you. So whenever you're going for an interview next time, what you should do is you should search about that company on LinkedIn, make connections with the people who are already working in that company, talk to them about the company, about some suggestions on maybe some kind of help. if you talk to people, you learn a lot. Okay. So that way it will help your connection building or your profile building on LinkedIn. And it will also help you in your interviews a lot. This can help you. Okay. So this was one point that I wanted to say. Like, are you guys with me? It's all silent. Like the last message was on 8:2. Is my voice audible and all? Okay, another thing that I missed out was that, are you guys aware of soft skills? Are you guys aware of? It's interesting and it's a true story. Okay, I'm not making this up. It's a true story. You people know about soft skills, right? So even in your skill section, if you do not have any hard skill as in, like if you do not have any strong technical skill, what you can do is you can write about your soft skills. Okay. Like you can write about, what can you say? Maybe public speaking comes under. Public speaking is what I'm good at. I feel I am good at. I love doing public speaking. So that I've put as, yes, communication skills, correct. Communication skills, maybe leadership, teamwork. These are all soft skills. Time management, good, very good. So these are all things that you can mention in your skill section. Okay, this I missed out. After this, okay. This I'll talk about at the last. Yeah. So another thing that I wanted to tell is, we are at the end of our session, almost towards the end. So what I will be asking you to do is, some of you said, like most of you said, you have a LinkedIn profile already. Whatever we discussed today, please mold and build your profile in that way. You can take today, tomorrow, maybe just get it done by tomorrow. Weekend hai. So Saturday, Sunday, you're getting some time. Complete it by tomorrow night or evening. And there is a small task for you, which you should do as a means to start your LinkedIn journey. Okay. If you have not posted anything on your LinkedIn profile right now, what you can do is you can post something on your profile, which will help in a lot of engagement. Okay. I'll tell you what to do. Basically, since you have taken this session, what you can do is you have to basically create a profile. Okay. This is one thing. And then you will be getting an offer letter, most probably on your WhatsApp group. Okay. Riaz has already shared the offer letter with you on your WhatsApp group, I guess. Yes. Okay. Oh, you've already posted. No problem. If you have not posted, let me tell you first. If you have not posted, what you'll do is you'll take that offer letter, you'll post it on LinkedIn. Put a nice text. I'll just show you after I complete saying this, that how you can post your offer letter. Okay. And then cover every, okay. So what you'll do is you'll post that thing, you'll put a nice caption. And since you have taken this session and it's all about engagement, I will feel very happy. This is like a request, you can say, or maybe also a type of engagement, so that your audience gets connected with my audience gets connected with Riaz's audience, or maybe my audience gets connected with your college audience. So, if we are building this community, everybody will be benefited. Maybe you will get an opportunity that you wouldn't have got earlier. Okay, so engagement is very important. What you can do is, after posting that, like while posting that, please tag intern call. Like you will have the LinkedIn account of intern call. Please tag LinkedIn intern calls in LinkedIn account. Please tag me. My name is Twinkle Chatterjee. If you are not getting my LinkedIn profile, what you can do is you can do this. Just a second. If you are somehow not getting my profile, which you will get, no problem. What you can do is just simply type out my name on Google, and the first link that you get, that will be my LinkedIn profile. Okay. So you can simply go on LinkedIn and just tag my account. Okay. And please tag Riaz's account also. Okay. All these three accounts, intern call, my account, and Riaz's account. If you're tagging my account, I will be very happy if you just write one line about how you felt about the session, so that it's like a community. Like if today you are writing something about this session and somebody sees it, I might be blessed with an opportunity which I will be very blessed to have. And it's always good to help people, right? So if you are appreciating my session, if you have liked it, and honestly, if you are writing something about my session, then someday maybe I will be getting a good opportunity. Okay. So this was it. You basically have to post the offer letter. And if you have already posted the offer letter, maybe you can post a small screenshot of how your LinkedIn looks now, or maybe some achievement, and then write about the session a little. Okay. Like this you can do. Like, see, I will show you one post. Always think about building your community. I'll tell you one thing. Look at this post. See, I've shared all these posts. If you want, you can share posts also, just to be active on LinkedIn. I wanted to like see how many people would choose this versus that. So I put these random polls. If you want, you can put these polls also on LinkedIn. It's a nice way to communicate with your audience. Okay, see, 40 people have voted. So I'm happy. Some people have voted and all. This was, see, I'll tell you about this one. This was basically a project competition in which we came first. So what happens was, I wrote about this competition a little, and I tagged the college which was hosting this competition. So whenever you are trying to, like, whenever you're posting a certificate, let's say, and it's, let's say Salesforce, okay? Whenever you're posting that certificate, make sure to tag Salesforce. So what will happen is, next time, whenever somebody searches about Salesforce, your post will be coming up. So that will help in engagement a lot. See, why I'm telling you, see. You see these impressions over here, 6,136 impressions, and these analytics and all. So this will actually help. Like 6,000 people have viewed this post. My highest was, I guess, 11,000. I'm very proud of that. 11,000 people had viewed that picture. So the look at this. Oh, okay, Vani is texting. All right. So you see, I have posted this certificate which I had done from this one. This DevTown had conducted this session. So I had tagged the person who had like taken this session, like you can do for my case also, like I told you. And this is the, I'm showing you, Manjunatha, like the way you have to post. And you can also tag the company which has provided the certificate. Okay, like DevTown was contributing, so I've written that. And you can also add some hashtags. This is like extra. If you want your post to like become a little popular, like if people search for those hashtags, your picture, your post will come up. Then you can use these hashtags also. So if you are, you can just check my profile. All these things are there in my profile. Anytime you can come and see. Like, see, I had just taken up a small course. I thanked the person who had inspired me to take up this course. I tagged this person and see who has commented on this post. The person, the company who actually provides these courses, that person has also commented. This is the power of engagement. This is the power of how you connect. I had tagged Upskill, which is why, see, I tagged Upskill, Skill Up Online. So that is why Skill Up has actually commented on my profile. So this actually will be highlighted in your feed. This is how you engage. Okay. So yes, I have. Like I was featured in my college newsletter. This was there. Star student and all. So many things are there. I wanted to write about some codes. I wrote codes. So these things are there. This was a video. Like if you have watched this movie, you'll be able to do this. Array, don't text now, man. Dikh jayega tumhara. Okay, you can just go through all these posts and you can ask me anything. Like we are towards the end of our session.